In the future, parents would inject their children with a drug that awakened superpowers. Some children were chosen to become geniuses, but most of the kids ended up with useless abilities. The parents despised them and threw them all away in an orphanage. For example, one kid had the power of speed, but it was only 1% of a normal person's. Another kid had a speaker on his neck. His power was to play music, but always the same song. Some kids could crush anything with their teeth, but their teeth were really ugly. There was even a kid who could turn into any animal, but his intelligence would drop to the animal level. There was a huge kid with no bones. The ghost was cooler. He was born a spirit. He had no physical form and could pass through walls, but he couldn't interact with anything physical. The parents' actions were so greedy and heartless that these orphans all hated their parents. So the ghost took all the abandoned orphans to seek revenge on their parents. Since they had been abandoned for years, they didn't know where their parents lived. They went to a company executive to get information. This executive was in charge of abandoning children and helping parents cover their tracks. The beast wanted to hold the executive, so he turned into a python. But his intelligence dropped to the python level. Suddenly, he started swinging his tail and walked away. Fortunately, the huge kid could also hold people. The executive, in pain, admitted that he had a document with the parents' addresses, but he refused to give it up. So everyone searched through the documents by hand and finally found the parents' addresses. They went to take revenge. The huge kid and the speaker helped each other. The speaker killed with sound waves. The beast turned into a shark and had a feast. The kid with fangs just bit people to death. The slow kid waited until his dad was asleep and then strangled him. Then, with the help of his classmates, the ghost and the slow kid merged completely. It felt like he had a physical form and could take revenge himself. But suddenly, the door was thrown open and a superhero arrived. The superhero was fighting for the company. He shot laser beams from his eyes, and soon only the ghost was left. At that moment, the ghost's mom came running. She shouted at the ghost, calling him a monster for killing his dad. She said she had just called the company, and the ghost guessed that the superhero was probably drawn by her call. The ghost was filled with anger and sorrow and vowed to come back. Later, in the news, the company claimed that the ghost's family tragedy was caused by a gas explosion. Not only did they cover up the superhero's violence once again, but they also portrayed him as a hero who saved people and promoted the company. But in the end, the ghost survived. He brought the truth of the incident to more orphans and prepared to resist.